let's put some gadgets and doodads on that bad boy right there. Isn't that pretty? Okay. I do need to kind of clean up around here though. What's up, Tulu? Gary, Olivia, how you guys doing today? Gotta do some fiddling. I gotta go to my home away from home. We call that Summit Racing. Buy some odds and ends. Because I'm finally getting everything together so I can start running plumbing and all that other stuff. But we gotta get throttle hooked up. So we got a bunch of odds and ends that gotta go on here first. Gonna have to measure my spacing for the throttle or the TPS sensor. This whole setup's got to go on here. But the problem I was having earlier is I think I'm going to have to open this up a little bit. Thanks, Tulu. So I did change something on here. Let me run this by you. Got a lot of cleaning up to do on these, but if you guys remember, these were blue, okay? Same color blue as the engine. I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to polish these back out. So yesterday, you can see they're really rough. I hit them with a sandblaster yesterday, took all the paint off of them. This edge right here is the only blue that's going to be on them, but I'm going to put these at like a polished like glass on these things. I think it'll look good. So, I do want to change some stuff in the engine bay. Alright, I'll show you here. Alright, so in case anybody doesn't know, the firewall kit that was bought through Lone Star Lows. All you lowrider guys, hydro guys, and everything else, check them out. Great channel. A lot of Impala builds. Just about everything they have is juiced. These guys do some phenomenal work. As a matter of fact, I think this year at the Lowrider Show in California, I think they took the home builders top award category or something like this. That and I believe it was a Laurel Green 59 convertible. Yes, he did. He did show it to me. He sent me a picture last night and I told him he needs to adopt me. Anyway, guys, these guys, phenomenal. But, so their kit came is a 3-piece kit for the firewall. I only put 2 of the pieces in. It's supposed to be a piece that covers right here. Decided not to go that route.
I left my phone in the truck.
So I want to say, I want to remember now, the kit, the firewall kit was like $250. It's a very minimal trimming to get it in. It was close, but you know, not all firewalls are the same. So he makes them just a little oversized. All you gotta do is just a little bit of trimming. They slap in. I think Daryl had it in like 2 hours or something like that. Put a couple of bead rolls on it. We're good to go. Inner fender wells. Thinking about going blue with them. Lone Star Lows. Check them out. And let these guys know that you came from my channel. Please let them know that. Drop them a message in their last video and let them know that you guys came from my channel, please. Great set of guys. Share a lot of information. But anyway, I'm thinking about going blue on the inner fender wells. Yes, Lone Star Lows, exactly. You got it right, Gary. So, now, either I'm going to go blue with the inner fenders when I pull them out and paint them, or we're going to build a panel that comes across like this and down. Just straight panels, kind of inspired by the panels that JG put in that that Lamont, because I really like that idea. I think that car turned out sharp. What's your thoughts? Hey guys, share that channel around with the rest of the group, because I really think a lot of guys will like these guys. They do some G-body stuff and stuff like that. So, we got 0.3, 1.312. Just as I thought, this is the exact same size as that, so it's almost like a press fit, and that's not gonna work. So, what do? We come over here, and we'll get around file and open it up. Hey, is that chainsaw file over here? Is that chainsaw file over here?
I had no idea.
All right, I'll look for it.
You had a last, didn't you?
Yeah.
Let me go look in, I might have put it back in the Polaris.
That's where it was last time, yeah.
Yeah, I might have put it back.
All right.
What do you need it for?
I need to open the center of this up. It's the same measurement as the stud, so it's a press fit now, and it's not supposed to be a press fit.
I don't know if that chainsaw file is
I think it's aluminum.
I'll walk over and look, it's outside.
Yeah.
Right, I'll go over and look. Might be behind the, I know it's way over there by Andy's camper, so. Alright, give me a couple minutes.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Appreciate it.
We still got that big can of brake fluid around here?
Yeah.
There's a little one over here. Well, you're not supposed to mix them, no, are you?
You can't mix 3 and,
Well, this is 3 and 4.
right, you can't mix 5.
Yeah, there's hardly anything in it, huh?
Can't mix 5.
Well, yeah, I know, this is 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Let me dump
They
this
say
in.
that hot 5 can be corrosive on a lot of things too.
Well, I told you that guy that works in my car said don't use it on, you know, the newer stuff. He said that stuff's made more for, European cars.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Huh?
I didn't know that until
I didn't
yeah,
either.
you're
That's
the
what
one
he
that told me that.
Grab that brake fluid up there, we'll dump this right there. We'll dump this in it. Hey, they got, jeans on sale at Tractor Supply, $13.
Oh yeah.
I just bought one for me, one for Andy. That's what you got on there,
Right. I'll have to go up and get them.
huh?
I'll have to go up and get a pair.
Yeah, $13 is pretty cheap. Yeah, I'll throw this away. We don't need this, right? Huh?
No.
What you want?
No, I don't need it. Alright, what do we got going on here? What's up, Jim?
All right, let me walk over there and see if I can find it.
Yeah. Anyway, while he's looking for that, what's going on, everyone? I told him that he needs to, but he said like. My weekend was okayish. One of my drivers got sideswiped, so I got body work in the van to do. Yay! Hit and run. Nobody got hurt. Van got tore up a little bit. Knocked the running board off of it, down the fender, knocked the mirror off, then the side of it, put black marks down it, so, but it's white, I can make it look good. With little work at all, because we all know white paint hides everything. Problem is I really don't have the facilities to be doing a lot of painting. So, I gotta figure that one out yet, because 15 passenger van's no small van. Yeah, those guys are doing good. They look at death a lot different than a lot of us look at death, so yeah, they got a hard time here and there, but it's amazing the way they process a lot of that stuff, you know. They do their thing and they move on. They don't really sit there and dwell and dwell and dwell on things. Maybe I can use the wire brush to open this up a little bit. Yes, he's out of the hospital. They did get him home in time to make it to his wife's funeral. That was kind of nice. Um, they did. So they did hold up the funeral for a little bit, so he could attend it. Which is something new that I learned. I didn't know that. I honestly believed that they didn't believe in any kind of embalming type practices. Um, I I always thought that they left the body as it was because generally the way it works with an Amish funeral is they wait 3 sunups. So if you die at 5:30 in the morning and it's light at 6 in the morning, an hour later, that's your first sunup. The third sunup is when they bury you. So, you know, it's always a really quick process. So I was under the assumption that they didn't believe in embalming practices because of that.
There you go. All right, I'll be back. If you need me-
Thanks.
If you need me, call me, I'll be inside.
Yep. So that was my thought, but I'm wrong. They do embalming. I guess I can see why the 3 sunups and stuff like that because didn't Jesus Christ rise on the third day? Or something along them lines. I'll be careful on how much I take off on this because I don't want to remove too much. You just got to do a little bit, just enough to fit it on. I don't know. You know what? I will ask that and find out. That's a good question. And it's nice, they don't mind me asking questions like that because it's not intrusive. It's just curiosity. But I'll tell you what, it's definitely an eye opener when you're not on the outside looking in, you're more on the fringe looking out. Them younger guys, they'll they'll make you go, wow. Especially when they're in their transition phase or that run spring or whatever they call it. When they're allowed to do a little bit of free roaming, they'll definitely surprise you. The partying and stuff like that. That's what'll shock you. The amount of partying. How's that? Let me tell you what, them Amish folks, they can party. I told Gary to go check out a channel. There you are. I was gonna say I told Gary to check out a channel and it's been crickets. See how this fits. I probably should have just brought the file with me. I'm gonna have to go back and get it. But like I said, I gotta go to Summit tomorrow, so I need to get. Okay, hold on. Alright, we're very close. We're very close. Anyway. So what's everyone up to today? Well, we had a nasty fire out on the highway this morning. I posted a video of it up on my TikTok thing. I'll post it up on my YouTube here in a little bit. But we had a semi truck on fire, a tow truck on fire, freeway shut down forever. It was interesting, to say the least. Okay, that's on there. I got a pen on me. Yes, I do. This is just a close guesstimate. Go 1 point. Let's go 125. So when I got this kit, they didn't really give me much information as far as sensors and stuff like that go. So I don't know what I need to get. I think I got an idea of what'll work, but I'm not 100% sure. 2, 5. Gold circle. All right. Now, where's my bag of goodies? Uh-oh. I hope this ain't the problem. Oh, there it is. Alright, so this piece here will bolt on to the end of the throttle body down there. Lower. Okay? If you look close, there's a couple of bolt holes there. And this, like, it's not going to do you guys much good, but it's going to help the guys that's trying to figure this out the next time, okay? So this shaft here, bolts on here with these spacers and adapters in there. And basically what it does is when you put this on, that D shaft there is pointed up. It'll reorientate it so everything lines up with the other side. And not only that, it'll extend it out to the point where these are now perfectly across from each other. So problem is I don't know exactly which direction this is supposed to start out at. So you start by doing it like this. This on here. I think it'll go like that. It's supposed to be on the outside. That's what it is. So that'll get bolted on there with some screws that I obviously am going to have a hard time getting on there. Bear with me 1 second. Hope I got the right size Allen key. Looks like it. Sorry I'm being quiet, guys. I'm trying to figure something out. Something's catching it. That means it's probably on too far. Oh, that's why it's catching. It's got a little bit of side movement to it. Once you pull it in, when you pull the so get this one tightened down. See, once I get this on, then start the process of getting all these wheels on here, stuff like that. At least that's my thoughts. Alright. Hold on 1 minute, guys. There's my other bag. There's so many bolts, so many clips. I just don't know what to do. I mean, instructions would have been real nice and real helpful. Yeah. Problem is there's no instructions with this kit,
Kit for what?
this system.
Oh, yeah, that's,
So it's search online, find what you can find, and put it together.
I thought we had it all together.
A lot of this stuff is the,
Well, that's part of the 5 years I spent.
that's right, yours was a basket case when you got it.
Huh?
Your car was a basket case like this one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just all taking your time and doing it right. If you hurry, you just spend a lot of money and, for nothing. You might wanna think about what you're gonna do with the headliner rather than your idea.
No, I think I'm just gonna end up going, factory.
Huh?
I think I'm just gonna end up going factory.
I don't know if you wanna.
It was a good, the more I messed around with it last night, I just,
Yeah. I mean, the interior is gonna be one of the last things you ever do.
right.
I mean, you're not gonna do it now. So get it running, do all the wiring.
But that was just kinda, something I was just messing with because I was thinking about it.
Oh, you gotta think about it, but you gotta decide what your steps are.
Okay, that's on there.
Before you do the interior, I mean, you still gotta do the steering wheel, all the instrumentation, and you got a little ways to go. Just don't get in a hurry. You done with this iced tea? Don't.
Yeah, I'm done with that one.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm done with
Yeah,
that
I'm
one.
gonna throw it in the trash out here. You gonna be here for a while?
Yeah, I'll be here for a little bit.
How's Jessica's job going?
She likes it.
Good. Mom said something today about, you're gonna do a blood test on Casey?
No, I was telling you that, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I was telling you that earlier.
No, I thought she just told me you did. No, you did tell her, yeah. She just told me that they were gonna do a blood test and if it comes out okay, they won't have to do all the biopsies?
Right.
Yeah. All right, good. Amazing what they can find out of your blood.
No, it is. Definitely is.
Mike, Chris,
Ah. Ah, there we go. Sorry, that was a buddy of mine calling. He's down at the SEMA show. It is the world's smallest degree wheel. I'm trying to figure the throttle mechanism out on this whole system because they don't supply instructions at all. So yeah. Now, later next week, I am gonna have a bunch of footage from SEMA. So I got a buddy down there right now, got his car down there in one of the booths, which I tell you what, for a small time builder, it's a big honor to have your car down there. I will say. And don't tell me I just dropped my keeper. Hold on, guys. You know how lucky I am, I just found that little piece laying on the ground. Oh, you do? That's cool. If things work out right, we should be there next year. If everything goes as planned.
You know, if you had a bunch of this stuff,
Yeah.
you could just lay it on the rafters and hold a lot of heat.
You know, that stuff wasn't that expensive.
Yeah, you know what,
It was
Roland
$9
did?
a sheet.
Roland, somehow he put that,
Boat wrap.
boat wrap.
Yeah.
You did, yeah.
And you can get that stuff for free from the nurseries around here
Oh,
in the
right.
springtime.
Yeah.
They give that stuff away.
So you gotta clean that out.
Yeah, it just got some burrs on it that don't want to let it quite slide on there right.
I like the red and blue.
Yeah.
Matches the stripes.
Yeah, that's the exact same color as the stripes too.
I'm gonna pump the tires up on that van. There's different levels, but, feels kinda squishy. Sure it's back springs in place right?
Yeah, I checked them when I set them up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye, I haven't said nothing to your mom and Nanny, so mom will go out and buy a new one. Well, at least in here it'd be nice and dry and nobody, touches it.
Oh. What are we talking about my pistons for? Yeah, I like laying stuff up laying on top of the engine just to make my startups fun. I dropped that again. Hey guys, hold on. This little sucker's a pain in the butt.
Johnny said he'd be here either Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
I sent him a message back and I said, if not, I said, let me know a day or two, and he said he would.
Yeah.
But the other day, you know, we waited all day for a day or two and I didn't hear from him, so. Need help?
Alright. No, I'm good. I'm just trying to get some measurements made.
No, that's fine, I'm gonna go in the house, I gotta water the chickens and going to get cleaned up. Don't lose my calipers.
No, I got the box over here.
I never, let me see that. I used to be able to go like this and read them.
Yeah.
Boy, something changed. Did you do something to these?
No.
These are mine?
Yeah.
Well, I think one of those, the zero used to be up
Yeah.
there, but that's just a turn of the dial. No, never mind, that's mine. Keep them in that case.
Yeah, it's down there.
Those are actually Danny's.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Those come in handy.
No, they do. It's a nice set too. Oh man, that's way off. You got 6. Six. 1. 2.
I'm going to the house,
Yep.
need something, you got your phone on you?
Yeah.
If mom needs you, I'll have her call you.
Six. I don't know. I mean, you need to go at least 6 inches. All right, hold on, guys. I don't know how people can sit here and do these lives and just sit here and talk. I need to get something done. So we'll go 6 inches on a bar. And TPS is 1.25 with 0.312 shaft. All right. Now, figured that out. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. because I still don't. They do not. Okay, so my friend going to SEMA, they do not have a channel. Okay, sorry, that is what was laying on top of my piston. It's 1/4 inch. It fell into the intake runner, laid on top of the valve, and when I rolled the engine over, it slipped past and landed on the piston. And I know exactly, not the day, but I know what I was doing when that happened. I had the engine sitting in the car when me and Daryl and my wife put it in, just before we painted it. I had changed the bracketry on it. No, it was just after we painted it. I had changed the bracketry on it to do, no, I changed it to put the engine on. And since then, I was having trouble finding the spacer. Now I know what happened. Spacer is the reason why I said you'd find a keeper. Nah, you know what? That's all sealed off. Ain't nothing getting back in there. Not unless I drop it down to throttle bodies. And then again, the throttle bodies, unless, oh, I'm not jinxing myself. If I have to pull that intake off again, no kidding, you guys have seen me put it on. I have put it on multiple times. Daryl's seen me rip it off 5 or 6 times. Each time I take it off, it takes me seconds to take it off. But this time, because I put it on all the way and I got everything hooked up, it took me 6 hours to put that intake on. That is ridiculous, guys. Insane. I've done starters on Cadillac North Star engines a lot quicker than it's taken me to put that intake system on. Just saying. In a North Star Cadillac, if you didn't know, the starter's under the intake in the valley pan. In the lifter valley. That's where the starter sits. Stupid. Absolutely retarded. So, now, I think I just realized something. I have, good thing I noticed it now. This is on backwards. Which means all of this has to come back off because it's not positioned right. Yay, me. This is why this stuff takes forever, guys. And it's not because I got this thing secondhand that it doesn't have instructions. They don't come with instructions. There are no instructions, there's no information or anything out there about this intake system. They don't tell you what injectors to use, they don't tell you what sensors you have to use. They didn't come plumbed for the, for everything for your, whatchamacallit, nothing came plumbed for your one thing, I'm drawing a blank here, guys. Your vacuum system. Your mass airflow sensor. Your manifold air pressure sensor. None of that was on there. Like I said, there's a video of me drilling all that out, putting all the lines on it. I was under the assumption that you could not run a TPS with this system. Guess what? I'm wrong. You can. I found out there's a TPS throttle position sensor out there that will allow you to run a TPS sensor. Could have ran a carburetor on this, but I remember specifically sitting there one day and Daryl going, "Hey, wouldn't this be cool?" Or was that me that said that? I can't remember. Hey, that might have been me that said that. Yeah, it was me that said that, and Daryl just agreed. Well, I was eyeballing, I'm going to say this. I was eyeballing the other day a supercharger on Facebook. Come with the adapter plates and everything. And I mean, I'm talking BDS supercharger for an LS. It wasn't a big one. I think it was a smaller, like a 471 or something like that, not a 671 or an 871. But you know what that'll teach you? It'll teach you to stop watching videos from Busted Radio Garage, because it'll get your mind out of the supercharger range. My wife would have killed me. I could imagine trying to explain why I bought that instead of what I have on here now. Chris told me to do it. always seems to work out well when I say that. Still not 100% on there. Back off. Join me next week is I convinced Daryl to cut a hole in my hood. Yeah, that Charger looked good, man. I will say that. I actually want to show that to a buddy of mine. He's a big Charger fanatic. He's got a Charger. What year was that? Because he's got a Charger the same body style. I think his is a 72. But anyway, it's factory V8 car, got the SE package on the inside, so it's, you know, like fully loaded. And it also has a factory sunroof in it, which I've never seen before in a Charger. First one I've ever seen. Pretty car. Got the mock roof on it. You know, I like a mock roof on a car, but man, them things are just rust traps for everything. Every car I've ever had that had them on, as soon as you take them off, find out you gotta do a whole new roof skin. Don't get me wrong, they look good. Randy, they got their problems. Alright, so. How do these go on? Bolt. Or kind of run it over here. It just goes this way. That means that bar's got to come across like this. Push this one this way. So we got to run a bar from here to here. It's got to run straight across, I assume. I assume one. Alright. And the blower motor, scoopy thingy, is obnoxiously large. Yes, it is large. It's very large. Yeah, that is, it's like, what size blowers you got on that? That car is like, the blower on that thing is like something you'd see on top of, a Pro Mod or a Top Fuel dragster, you know what I mean? Big 3-snorkel. You go put a blower hat on that big. You better be packing something under the hood. That's my thoughts. Around 6 inches. Diagonally. You're still good. what to do, guys. What's up, man? Oh, that's Rusty. Gotta get used to the new name. Anyway, man, we've been on here an hour already. It took me an hour to put that on. That's what I mean by everything on this intake's a process. So what I want to do is I want to go tomorrow and I want to buy everything I need. So I need to figure out how I want to run the throttle. That's going to make a big difference on how I hook things up. They have a plate. Okay, so this is what it is. All right, here's what we got going on. Okay. You got a plate. Blow you up here. Alright, so there's a company out there called Genby. They got a plate that bolts here, comes out to a point, and it's got one shaft that runs sideways across it with a cam wheel on it, okay? Your throttle will run directly into the intake. It'll pull it, and it's got two bars that pull down. The plate's got to come from the United Kingdom. Let me see. Okay. Anyway, trying to catch up on the comments. So, that plate that I was talking about that runs two arms that goes down, it'll solve a lot of the throttle issues. But it's got to come from the United Kingdom. Shipping is outrageous. And it's also like $400 before shipping and duty fees and everything else that they charge you over there. So by the time it gets here, I think it's like $400. So I have an aftermarket throttle linkage here. I could run it to the gas pedal assembly, run it down the side of the engine, attach it here, let it come up at an angle. Maybe it'd have to come down the other side. No. have to come across. Attach onto here. Great, that needs drilled out. Not threaded. Alright, nonetheless. So I'm going to have to drill them out. It's good to know. Send you parts that don't even fit. No. Alright. So a little bolt here. And then if it pulls, from there. Just don't see it really working all that well. Unless I wrap it like that. Almost have to wrap around. The problem we have is, how do we do that? And I almost have to come down this side and bring it across here. Because that being so close to the throttle body, whatever bolts I put on it are going to hit. This side's got more room. Attach it there. Let it. Swing through. Run a bar that goes across here. I think that's how it's going to work. Probably didn't even see it. Alright, let me show you what I'm thinking. Get you at an angle you can see. Alright. If I run the cable down the side of the intake, build some stanchions to bring it up off so it looks right. Run it out to here, bring it across. Put the cam plate on here, cable wrap around it, come up, hook. Put it right there, nothing should interfere. There'll be a bar that runs from here to here. So when you pull it, it'll have to be like this. So when you pull it, up here. Because whatever bar, it's got to be down here at the bottom to cross over to the top correctly. Because it can't bind. I might have to space this out a little bit. Gain a little bit more clearance. I think that's how it's gonna go. No jokes about boards. Hey Rusty, you'll be proud of me. We're gonna show this once. We don't show it ever again. See what my shirt says? We don't show it too much. I gotta keep it covered up. And then I need to order a bracket that bolts. I need to order a bracket that bolts down to the frame. Right there. So I can mount my new steering box on. We're going from a 14.7-to-1 to a 12.7-to-1 steering box. It's a GM, it's a Borgenson 600 series box. So that'll give me power steering. In a car that really needs power steering. Anyway, guys, it's been wow, we got an hour and a half in, 7 people, 9 likes. Starting to get a little bit of traction on these lives. All right. Anywho, has anybody got anything interesting to talk about? Any questions? Why do I got 3 cam plates? Different sizes, different lengths? What do we got going on here? These don't make no sense. They're all the same, but I got 3 of them. I only need 2 at most. That's another thing I can look into. I can look into a throttle cable that splits off into 2. I believe they do make them. That's an idea. I'll have to look into that. Still, it's figuring them out to where they'll work properly. But I will say this, it is nice to have that piece back on the intake. Get that one all figured out finally. I have to start marking bolts. Hey, there's my throttle screw. Where that went. Turn that back. Going pretty good. A couple adjustments to make still. Yeah, I'll be in shortly. I'll take this back off. They said they died. The parts had double oiled and sprayed to clear over it. Hey, you know what? I would love, and you guys can probably all agree with me. I would absolutely love to see Olivia or Boggy start a channel. You guys have you guys have enough people that you communicate with in these chats, and enough people that enjoy your company in these chats. I really think you guys should do a channel. You guys got some interesting rides over there. You always got something new coming in. Boggy always working on something interesting. Let's see, what else? I mean, I really think you guys should start a little channel up. I think a lot of us would enjoy it. I've seen some of your paint work. You obviously have a talent with the paint. Why not? Why the heck not? That's what I said. Why not? Adam, I quit that stuff a while ago. Yeah, that's Twitch. That's not YouTube. Twitch is full of people being idiots, just like TikTok. It's full of a bunch of whiners and idiots and everything else. I'm not saying that YouTube isn't, but at least with YouTube, it seems like the crowd is a little bit different. I say give it a shot. Just a little one. Right. All right. Well, I mean, Boggy's got his reasons, and that's fine. And I respect a person's reason. I think I give you something to do, Olivia. One, two things. I think your channel would take off because of two things. You got talent. Second, you're a girl in the car hobby. People eat that up. And it needs to be shown that, and you know, we honestly need more females in the hobby anyway. My personal thoughts on the matter. I know Boggy's not a real, I know Boggy's kind of private, whatever. You gotta respect that. Like I said, the reactions I get on here, and some of the best people I've met have come through YouTube. Especially when you start getting into some of the communities, the people are more like-minded. Yeah, you got your trolls, stuff like that. The only drama you let into this stuff, the only drama that happens in this stuff is the drama you let in. If you want to let it in and you want to be on that stuff, by all means, it's going to find you and it's going to come in. But if you don't let it happen, you have control over it. Like I said, there's a difference between Twitch and TikTok and YouTube, and a lot of that has to do with the type of people that are on it. Type of people on Twitch and stuff like that tend to be more younger guys, younger kids, a lot of teenagers. You know what I mean? A little more people on this stuff tend to be a little more grown and a little more professional with themselves. At least I hope they are. You got that new little toy of yours. Get out there and show some stuff getting done to it. A little birthday gift. It's too far down now. I think I'm going to take it back apart because I think I adjusted it too far. Yeah, it bottoms out. Back out, pull it back in. Well, I really start to set up fine tuning of this stuff, I hear that's a real pain in the butt. Right, you got too many toys. Yeah, smart arse garage. There you go. Actually, Rusty, you just name it's a Ford. We don't run. You're always working on Fords. That's what you can call it. You name it Ford Life. Just your opening scene can be a pair of shoes that are all worn out. Would you get a Mazda over the weekend? So I gotta put this together, take it apart. Put it together, take it apart. I'll eventually get it right. It did not move that much. Come on. Holy crap, it did. It moved that much. Uh-oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. It winks. How's a car wink? You didn't put the stupid eyebrows on it, did you? Please say you didn't put them eyebrows on there. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen on a car. People putting eyebrows on their headlights. If almost as bad as people painting interior trim panels. I mentioned that on a website one time, the crap I caught because I said, don't do this. Holy cow. You thought I walked on somebody's grave. Oh, well, they all had pop-up lights, don't they? I thought the RX-7s all had pop-up headlights. Okay. I see now. I had Rusty, you still on here? I gotta wait to see if he answers before I say this. Anyway, I had a Ford Probe that did that one time. Don't ask me why I owned a Probe. I was going through some stuff at that point in time. Actually, we won't call it a Ford Probe. It was pretty much a Mazda. Little Mazda motors in them, I guess. It's kind of funny seeing my big body get out of one of them things. I actually traded that car for a Jeep. And then everybody got upset because I was driving a stick shift with one leg. Thought I was gonna kill myself. Ah, that's better. Tighten it up again. Alright, that's on. Got some casting marks on that I'm gonna have to file off. Alright, well, guys, we've been at it for 2 hours. I think I'm gonna hang it up and go. Got some stuff to do tonight. Just stop by for a quick little monkey around. I gotta clean the garage up real quick. That's really about it. So, everyone, thanks for hanging out. Y'all have a nice evening. Alright? Remember, get out in the garage. 'Cause if you don't, they don't get fixed and they don't get done. Don and Gary, take it easy. Make sure you check that channel out, man. Lone Star Lows. They're good. You'll like them.